For a good part of its history, the Roman army was made out of legions, groups of 5,000 soldiers gathered together to form a legion. Legions were formed out of 4 groups of soldiers. Firstly, the contubernium. This was the smallest unit of the Roman legion army, and it consisted out of 8 men that marched, fought, worked, and camped together. When on long marches, these 8 men would share a tent and a mule to carry their provisions. Above it is the centuria. A centuria is formed out of 10 contubernia. It represents about 80 men, led by a centurion. A deputy centurion was called an optio. Each centuria had its own signifier, a standard bearer of sorts. Above them was the cohort. A cohort was formed out of 6 centurias, gathering about 480 men, without the inclusion of the officers. A centurion led each centuria, and above them stood the primus pilus, a senior centurion that commanded the cohort. Above them was only the legion, formed out of 10 cohorts, gathering about 5,000 men. Until the middle of the 1st century, 10 cohorts made up a Roman legion. This would be later changed to 9 cohorts of a standard size, and 1 cohort being the first cohort of double the strength of the other ones. Each legion had 59 centurions, 1 to command each centuria of the 10 cohorts. The commanding officer of a Roman legion was called a legate, or legatus legionis. Each legion had attached to it an equus legionis, a cavalry unit made out of 120 men, used as scouts and messengers. In total, a legion had 5,240 men, that not including all the officers it possessed. Each century, cohort, and legion had its own standards, represented by flags or symbols put on a long pole.